How many ribs have I cooked over the years? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 5, let's see, 7, 12. It's always a good idea when you're tossing the salad to sing a little song along with it. You know, it just adds a little fun to the tossing of the salad. Let's see, 160, 161, 162. Foil is so much fun to play with because you can just make things out of it. You must pay the rent, but I can't pay the rent. But you must pay the rent, but I can't pay the rent. Okay. One time years ago, an old guy had a flat out in my hometown. He had a flat out there. And he took a ball peen hammer and he said a big, ugly cuss word, and he hit that tire with that hammer, and the hammer bounced back and hit him in the top of the head, and he went, kick! Oh! And, so I like to make that sound a lot. Oh! And knocked him cold actually on the concrete. Figures and things. There's a little guy walking to church. Do 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 do. I almost come to life. Put one of those ribs on top of your head and your tongue and beat your brains out trying to get to it. If people came in and prepared for lessons and everything, and God, it was just wonderful. It was easy to focus, easy to teach, everything great. But if someone came in and really was not all that well prepared, which happened on occasion, just on occasion, there were things that I would do to kind of perk up the lesson. And one of the things that I always found out was that if you can make a student laugh, they play better. I guess relaxation or whatever. And so I had several gimmicks that I used, and one was a pencil. And I loved to, if they did something wrong or it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be, I'd just take a pencil and just whack them on the knee with that pencil. And one time I had a really sharp pencil, and I had the eraser pointed the other way, and so I was going to point out something on the music, and I turned that pencil over and it hit the stand when it went up and just jammed that point of that pencil all the way back in my hand. I did one of those I couldn't let on that I was hurt, and you know, blood started running out where that so I had to hide that. Okay, that was good playing. Let's try that again. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me hear happy be when skies are getting gray. You'll need it's a little harder when you stutter. You'll never know, dear, how much I love like you. So please don't take my see sunshine all away. Ta-ta. Of course, you can't beat aluminum foil for rain gear. Years ago, there's one I liked. It was a movie people called the Bowery Boys, and the Bowery Boys had a guy named Satch, And Satch, every time he would see a pretty girl, he would go. I kind of adopted that when I think the first time I ever saw my wife, I went. And still do that today too.
My guests today on the show include first my husband Winky, who's been traveling abroad. Come in, Winky, and speak with us on the camera.
Julia, it's so good to see you again. It's been so long.
Oh, lovely, my pet. So good to see you.
Well, I've been abroad for 3 years, but then I had to change my ways. You know, when I came back to the States, and everything worked out very well. You'd be surprised how it worked out. Of course, you didn't know how it worked out anyway.
Oh, I see.
$312, $313, $314, and somewhere in there that rib that got cut in half, so that'd be $314 and a half, $315 and a half.
My next guest is, I'm happy to say, my daughter Jeanette. Jeanette has been studying in Switzerland. Come in, dear. Enchanté. Vive la femme.
Hello, madame.
Oh, so nice to see you, my dear.
It's wonderful to be with you again.
My scarf is coming down.
That's
Now
okay.
tie it back up.
Look behind
So
your
what
ears.
have you been studying?
If it was really a bad lesson I had, this probably, I hope it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings, but I had some glasses, these glasses with springs on them, and somebody just falling all over themselves in a lesson. I would slip my real glasses off and slip those on and turn around, and those old eyes would pop out and spring like that, and I'd say, oh yeah, that's not too bad at all.
If you string it out far enough, doesn't matter if it comes to pieces, it's okay. Makes a nice decorative belt all the way around. Very nice, very nice.
8,021 and a half, 8,022 and a half, and then another half along about that time fell off. So 8,225